Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julia. I am a lover of all things knitting and crochet and yarn, all the fun stuff. If you're new here, welcome. Like I said, my name's Julia. I make these videos every month and they're basically just a little update on what I've been working on throughout the past month. And so it's what I finished, then what I'm working on, and there's usually a few like yarny things that I got in the mail or bought at a store. And I always talk about the acquisitions, the things that I want to start coming up at once I finish some other projects that I've been working on. So yeah, I have some exciting stuff to share today, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'll do my life update stuff before I jump in. I don't know. There's not much other than I'm 31 weeks pregnant, so I'm getting there. We're rocking and rolling. My last official day of work is April 4th, so I'm like almost a month away from being done work, which is really exciting. I'm an x-ray tech, it's my day job, and it is can be a physical job, just pulling patients across to my CT table and stuff like that. But yeah, so it can be tiring. If it's a busy day, I'm like dead by the end of the day, and I used to be okay by the end of the day, so they're just relaxing a little more after work, which is fine. But yeah, I'm just not used to my body not being able to do the things that I want it to do, you know? Like I used to never eat breakfast and just like wait until 10 o'clock to have my coffee and my protein bar, but now I'm like, I would fall over and pass out if I didn't eat anything. So it's a little different. We're rolling with it. It's great. And that kind of leads me to my next thought. I wanted to wear my FO, and I think you might know what it is, but my body right now will not allow me to because my belly is giant. And yeah, so it's gonna be, once I'm not pregnant anymore, I can wear it and enjoy it in the fall, and it's gonna be great. But this is my huge FO, you guys. This is a big one for me. It's the Framed by Andrea Mowry. I finished it. I'm so proud of myself for pushing through and getting this done. I think it was during Vlogmas that somebody commented, no, I had said, I wonder if I should try and push through and finish the Framed or start something else, and somebody said push through and finish the Framed because it's gonna be worth it. And I listened to that one person that said that, and I'm so proud of myself for doing that. So here she is in all her glory. I'm obsessed. It's so good. So this is I said by Andrea Mowry. Yes, this was the Rhinebeck sweater from last year. It was a knit along that I actually started the knit along with everybody else. Did not finish with everybody else. That's for surezies, but that's a-okay. Chevy's just sniffing the floor. Anyways, the yarn that I used for this, I went budget friendly on this guy because I didn't want to spend an arm and a leg for the spin cycle yarn. That is so it's hand spun, and it has like a gradient, so it's a bunch of different colors, so beautifully crafted together. It's a work of art, it really is. But when you live in Canada and the exchange is already bad enough, the spin cycle yarn is just out there, out of reach. So I went with Cascade yarns, superwash in the wave line, and it's kind of like the spin cycle in that it changes color. It's very subtle in this sweater, you can hardly tell. kind of see at the top there, it's a little darker. And then it transitions in the middle to like a brown. There's a little bit of brown in there. It's really not showing up on the camera. But yeah, it does change slightly. And then, so if you're looking at it, you'd be like, meh, you can't really tell. But I like it, and I think that the contrast color is the star of the show in this, to be very honest with you. And so for the cream color and this, my framed contrast color, I used Lion Brand woolies, just the worsted weight, plain old woolies. And this is the color Umber, and then this is Fisherman, that cream color there. So I love how this turned out. I feel like it's screaming fall, screaming like Thanksgiving sweater. I love the quilt block color work. I'm obsessed with it. Took forever. It is gonna be a warm sweater just because obviously you're holding all those floats behind it. So it's basically 2 strands of worsted weight yarn together through the entire thing. So it's thick. It feels dense. It still has like, I mean, not great drape, but it's there. It's a little bit there. It is slightly cropped on me. The arms, they fall about here, just where Andrea Mowry's do, in her sample pattern, like above her wrist. So like my watch here, where I wear my watch, it'll be above that for surezies. Probably like that. I will try this on sometime and post it on my Ravelry once I do, but for now it's just a plain picture of this laying on the couch because I'm not trying this on. But it did take a long time to dry as well because it's so many layers, but yeah, it's all done now and she's beautiful. A few things I want to talk about. This is my first time doing tubular cast on and bind off. I love it. I like the bind off specifically, especially as much. I don't know what that sentence was, but it just gives such a clean, like finished look on the edge of your sleeves and everything. And I just love how like machine made it looks. And it was super easy. So yeah, and it's like obviously way more stretchy than the classic bind off that I used to do, just the regular, I don't even know what it was called, when you put the stitch over it and then you knit one, put the stitch over it, all that. So yeah, that was really fun, and I loved learning something new in this sweater. That was like especially exciting for me. And this little detail on the collar, so it's just a little tiny collar that you do with that same tubular bind off. And then there's one tiny mistake in my work, and it really bothers me, and I debated on whether I should talk about it or not, but I think you guys would like to know because you'd probably laugh at me. It's a 3 needle bind off on the top, so it gives that nice, really pretty like stitch definition down the top of your shoulder. Yeah, but so I thought, I don't know, I just decided I was gonna not even look at the pattern and just, I was reading, I'm like, okay, it wants me to do a 3 needle bind off on this side, I'm just gonna do the same thing on this side. And not even thinking of the direction that you're doing the bind off in. It makes a difference, guys. Who knew? Now I know. But, so this side is correct. No, this side is correct. So you can see the front, those are all the pretty knit stitches. And then the back has the purl bumps on the top. You can kind of see that there. The other side, this is the front of the sweater, now has the purl bumps. And the back has the nice knit stitches. I'm really sad that they're, number one, that they're different. Would have been okay if I accidentally did the purl bumps both on the front. But no, I did nice knit side, and then this side looks awful. So yeah. And by the time I figured out that I had done that, I had already like picked up all the stitches for the collar, done the collar. So I'm like, I don't even know how to like go back and unpick this with the collar already. I was like, no, I'm not even touching it. I'm like, you know what? That's okay. It's got character, and every sweater does. So now you know my secret. And like everyone says, the people that don't knit in this world will never even notice that, ever. Never. Maybe someone will say something. I don't know. But I highly doubt it. Especially if I have my hair down and like my hair is covering it. It's not gonna make a difference at all. So that's the only really sad thing about this sweater, but very fun to make. It was also bottom up, and I've done one other bottom up sweater, so that was fun. It pushed me to get to the top. The body was death, I will say. It hurt. And then the knitting flat up here was, with the color work, it just was, yeah. But we pushed through it, and now we have a finished object, and I'm super proud of myself. So that is the Framed by Andrea Mowry. Then I have one more FO. This is a teeny tiny FO, and it's a little tiny tree sock this is a pattern by Summerly Knits. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. So if you are interested in making one of these, go snag the pattern. They're the cutest thing ever. It has not been blocked, so it's a little whoop a little bit. And, you know, it's not perfect. I don't really like where I put my loop. It's not on the very edge, like the end of the sock, like the back of the cuff, but that's okay. It was a trial, and I did not know how to make this, and I just wanted to see if it was easy and quick and fun, and it was all of those things. This is leftover yarn. I think you might recognize these if you've watched my podcast for a long time. I made socks for myself out of these exact colors. This is Hello Stella yarn in the color Prism and Lemon Drop. And I just think it's super cute. And can you imagine a little garland with a bunch of tiny little socks? Or like a tree in your house that was just like hand knit little tiny cute ornaments. How fun would that be? So that was kind of my dream with these. I have so much scrap yarn. Obviously this is not gonna even put a dent in my stash, my scrap yarn stash, but yeah, I love how cute and tiny it is. Yeah. So it's a heel flap and gusset. You can't even really tell because it's just so small. And then a classic toe decrease. But you can also do, I think she has an option to do the afterthought heel or some other type of heel, but I like the heel flap and gusset, so. And yeah, love that. So that counts as 2 finished objects. I don't think I've ever had, maybe I've had it once, 2 finished objects in one monthly podcast episode. Very proud of myself for that one. So we're gonna move on to, what should we be doing? Just laying. Whips. Sorry, I got really distracted there. We're gonna move on. I'm gonna show you some new things. I don't know if you've seen any of these. I should have really watched the January one back just to see what you guys know, but whatever. We're just gonna talk about it like you haven't seen this before. I'm making the Harriet socks by Summerly Knits. This is a pattern from her sock project book. If you don't have that book, I highly recommend it. It's amazing. It was so inspiring, and I'm a sock girly. I like making socks. I like making socks out of fun yarns. I am part of her Colorwork Cuff Club. So that is a monthly subscription where you get a new sock cuff colorwork thing every month. And it's usually like related to the month. So February's was the really cute like motif with hearts and like Fair Isle. So it's very like wintry and fun, but also has like the Valentine's Day kind of vibe to it. And they're really cute. I didn't make any, but I have all the charts now, so I can make them in the future. And it's just fun getting a new chart in your inbox at the beginning of the month. So I love that. And while we're on the subject of subscriptions, I am a part of Pacific Knit Co.'s Doodle Club as well. So it's kind of the same idea as Summerlee's Colorwork Cuff Club. Summerlee was the original one who decided to do the monthly things. And then Pacific Knit Co. decided to also make charts and things, which I was like, ooh, what's happening here? But yeah, I joined that one too. So now I get their doodles. So it's a card that you get, and you can basically plug that colorwork chart into any project. So whether you're making a cowl, socks, stockings, a sweater, there's a count of how many stitches are in that said doodle card, and you can plug that picture into anything. So I'm a part of that. In January's was super fun. I loved it. It was like winter activities. So there was like snowboarding, snowmobiling, skiing, hockey sticks. Yeah. So I have a dream to make stockings, colorwork stockings, based on like all the things we love. So Berroco's would be like a snowmobile and like hockey sticks, construction stuff, all the stuff that he loves, kind of coordinated in the same colors, so it would look really nice. And that's a dream of mine. Someday I want to have like stockings for us all that are like fun and nice. That's all. That was a huge side tangent. I'm so sorry. We're gonna go back to the socks that I was talking about. So yeah, these are from Summerlee's sock project book, in the cable section. I have never knit cables in a sock before. I have only knit cables once, and I made this super giant poncho that I sold to a girl. I can't believe I like actually did that. Like it took me hours and hours, and I think I sold it for like a lot of money to this lady. And now it's gone and I don't have it anymore. But I have a picture, so I can post a picture of my mom modeling it. That was like actually the first time that I knit cables, and I went crazy for my first time, let's be real. And it was an experience. But I'm like, I haven't done cables in a while. I wonder if I should try it again and make something for myself. So here we are. I use like her most basic. I feel like it's like the easiest cable one to start with. Yeah, and I modified the pattern. Not kind of, I did. I changed the cuff, and I really only used the pattern, the Harriet socks pattern for the body and the rest of it. This cuff is not included in it at all. It's just a 2x1, I believe, 2x1 rib. And I added some little sporty stripes, which I think is super cute. Yeah, this was the contrast color that came with the sock set, this blue. This yarn is Sewrella yarn in the colorway I Smell Snow. Is that this pink and blue color? And then the blue stripe is Dance Marathon. Those are both from the Gilmore Girls collection. And then this cream is from Polka Dot Creek, I believe. I don't even know where I got this cream yarn from. But, yeah, we're just cruising along. I just finished the gusset decreases on this one, and I really like the cable. I think it's pretty. It's 2 little simple cables, and then just one down the rest of the sock for the foot, so that you have a nice flat foot part to step on. But yeah, it was fun. The only thing I hate about this is the 9-inch circulars. So I got these for Christmas. I've always wanted to try 9-inch circulars. Crazy Sock Lady uses them all the time, and I'm like, it looks so fun. You wouldn't have any jogs from your, like, is it called a jog? Or like rowing out? I don't even know what it's called. When you have that little dent that shows up in between when you switch from like one DPN to the next, or if you're doing magic loop, it would be on both sides of when you change to the next needle. This, you don't have that. So I was really excited to try it, but I actually hate it. So I'm glad I only got one, because I don't think I'm gonna keep going with the 9-inch. I really don't love it. These are the Chowgoos in 2.5 millimeter. And yeah, I'm glad I tried it. I don't know if maybe it's because I'm doing cables that it's so annoying. Like if it was a vanilla sock, I feel like maybe it'd be okay. But I really like struggle with where to put my pinkies. I'm like, it's so tiny and annoying to work with. I don't know. It just feels wrong, and I don't love it. So I also think it's making my gauge really loose. Looser than it usually is. So yeah, the other sock I have also cast it on already. I'm doing a magic loop, my fave. So magic loop and DPNs are definitely my 2 favorites. I don't know which one I like more. I like them both equally as much, but I just am started on the leg, so I'm like hardly into the cables on this one, but working my way through, and I really want to get these done soon because it's a wintry yarn, I smell snow. It's snowy out, but it won't be snowy out for long, so I need to finish these and get them off the needles, hopefully before the baby comes, because yeah, I have other things that I want to be working on. So I have a little bit of time still, but not a lot. So that's that for the Harriet socks by Summer Lee. They are living in a Valentine's Day bag that I made. Super cute bag. I made a whole bunch of these for my cousins, and my mom and my aunt, but I kept one for myself, obviously. And the next project I'm going to show you, I also made the bag for this one as well. These are super cute, little chocolate covered strawberries, and I love them. And I have those conversation hearts on the top. Yeah, so this is really fun to make. And there's a pink project inside. Lots of pink today, guys. It's February. We're feeling the pink vibes. And my shirt's pink. And there's a lot of pink going on here. Anyways, this project, this is the, oh my gosh, the Robin Beanie by Sari Nordland. I can't believe I forgot there for a second. It looks like a baby hat right now, doesn't it? It's everyone, when I'm working on this, they're like, oh, are you making a hat for your baby? I'm like, first of all, I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. Second of all, no, it's a hat for me, and it's gonna be amazing. When you stretch it out, it looks beautiful and super nice. That 2x2 rib just scrunches, guys. The top will be obviously cinched in like that, but when I'm wearing it, it's gonna fit my head. It's gonna be great. Yeah, I'm excited about it. So obviously it's a top down hat, which I kind of like because you can try it on along the way and see if it's long enough. Whereas I made the weekend hat by Petite Knit for my husband, and I couldn't do that because it was bottom up. So yeah, it was a little stressful in that way. Yeah, and I really enjoy that it actually looks like a hat right now, and I'm just going down until I want to stop. Very easy. Now that I'm done my increases, just 2x2 rib all the way down. And it features a double folded brim. I am gonna do the double folded brim, so I have a lot of knitting to go here, guys. It's a lot. But I love this color. I think it's so fun. My winter coat is black, and I just bought a new puffer coat, and it's like a burgundy color. So I feel like this hat will go with both of those really well, and it'll just be a nice pop of color, obviously for next winter, because it's February 24th, and we're not gonna need this for much longer, hopefully. Yeah, and recently I just switched over to, these are 3mm needles, I believe. I don't even know if they say. It's a US 2.5, if you know what that is. I don't. It's 3-something, a 3-something millimeter. But I originally was doing magic loop with, I want to say these are 24s or 36 or 32, I mean. I don't know what this one was, but I was doing magic loop when I first started because that's all I had in this size of needle. And it was fine, but I thought, I'm like, maybe I should do a smaller one, circumference, so that I don't get I don't have to keep switching back and forth. I can just keep going in the round and round and round and round forever and ever. So that's exactly what I did. I bought a smaller one just from Amazon, like the really cheap brand. I don't even know what the brand is. I don't even know, but it's like a teal cord. So if you search on Amazon, like fixed circulars, knitting needles, you will see these, and they come with a few little stitch markers. They're cute and they work, and I like them. Oh yeah, it says 3mm here, sorry. Squirrel. But yeah, I really like just going around and around and around. It's okay for this project because it's not, the needles are longer and I have somewhere to put my pinkies still. So it's not like the 9-inch circulars problem that I was having with the sock. So I'm really enjoying this. It's going to take me forever. It is taking me forever. But I will get it done eventually, just for me, so there's no pressure. I did kind of want to get it done before springtime, but if it doesn't, that is a-okay. And I have some cute little markers on here. This is my progress keeper. It's a little heart. That's from Fangirl Fibers. And then just another little light bulb stitch marker. Lots of pink going on. That's just my beginning of round, so I know where, yeah, know where I'm going with that. I haven't talked about the yarn. This is Berroco Vintage DK in the color Blush. I bought this from my local yarn store. I have 2 of them, I believe. Yes, I have 2 balls of this, and I haven't even really made a huge dent in the first ball. I feel like I will use both because it's double folded, so I have to keep going for a long, long time. Fold it up again, and it's pretty thick. So I'm thinking I will finish this one and start the next one, but I'll have a lot of leftovers in that second ball. So that's fine. I'll use it for something else. This is the yarn I want to use for the Christmas stockings someday along the line. So it's okay if I have a little extra because I definitely will use this pink color in my stocking because I'm obsessed with pink. So yeah, I love it. Very fun. And this, sorry, I'm gonna just talk about the yarn again for a second. It's acrylic and wool and nylon. 52% acrylic, 40% wool, and 8% nylon. So it has a little bit of nylon in it. It is machine washable, which is awesome, especially for hats and things. And a lay flat to dry, which whatever. But at least I can put it in the washing machine and not be like super scared of it felting or shrinking or being ruined. So yeah, loving this and the bag that it's living in. It makes me happy. So that is that. 2 more whips to show you guys. What time are we at? 30 minutes. Yikes. That's a lot. Where'd he go? Oh, he's over there. Sorry, I whistled and he's gonna think that I'm talking to him, but I'm not. Update on my Highland Slipover. This is the Highland Slipover by Ozetta. I was super inspired by Hip Knit Hooray on YouTube. She was wearing one the other week in her podcast, and I immediately bought the pattern, went to my yarn store, bought some yarn, and here we are. It was a very impulse, like, cast on. It jumped the line for sure, but I'm excited about it. I have the collar done. It's a folded down collar, double folded brim, double folded, I don't know what you call it, but it looks so clean and nice, does it not? Love it. Yay. Yeah. This construction was super duper weird, but I can see it now. At first I was like, I have no idea what's going on and why I'm just knitting flat this weird thing. So it was like I worked the short rows of the back flat, and then I couldn't even tell you. Oh, I picked up stitches and started doing the front and then formed the front. I don't even know, guys, how I got here. I don't even know. I just work the pattern as it says. I don't look ahead. I don't look back. I just do what I'm told, and then when it's done, I don't look at it again. So I know that right now I'm working the front flat. We're working our way through that. I did stop working the front for a little bit, and I did the collar ahead of time. The collar is actually the last thing you're supposed to do in the pattern, but I like getting it done. I think it just looks more clean when you're knitting it. I just like the look of like seeing it like this. I don't know why. So I might do the same for the little sleeves. Once I join the front and back and then start knitting in the round, I might do that. We'll see. Just so that it's done and I don't have to do them at the end. I also love that part. You don't have that sleeve island, none of that stuff. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. The knitting flat is taking me longer because obviously you have to purl one side and I'm way slower at purling, but we're enjoying the process and I'm excited to wear this. I have some white, like a white waffle shirt that I can wear underneath this. I have like black long sleeves. I feel like this will be a very versatile garment in my stash, in my wardrobe. And a lot of the things I've made are not easily wearable. So I feel like this is going to be a good one for lots of occasions and I'm excited about it. So this yarn is also Berroco vintage, but it is the worsted. It's not the vintage DK. It's just the vintage, plain vintage. And it's once again machine washable, exact same yarn composition as the DK. It's that 52% acrylic, 40% wool, 8% nylon. And this is the colorway cast iron. So it's just a black. Black is black. I'm not holding it with anything. I am just knitting straight. Very affordable yarn. Super, super nice to work with. And US 7 believe it's a 4.5. I don't even know. And then look at my cute little stitch stoppers. Snowflakes. So very appropriate for right now. And yeah, working my way through that. So brings us to one last whip that I just want to quickly talk about. And it's my temperature blanket that you haven't seen in over a year. A lot more than that, actually. I don't even know. But I'm gonna back up. This is my temperature blanket from 2022. So I wrote down all the temperatures. In 2022, that was a big year for me. I graduated, got married, and I feel like we just did a lot of stuff. And I wanted a memory of it. So this is it. At the top here is where I'm at with the blanket. I'm in November. These white stripes are separating the months. And so as you can see down here, this is January, colder, January, February. You've got all these cool colors. It moves into spring with the browns. And then summer is this really red and dark red. Those are like really hot days. And it looks like we're transitioning finally back into not blues yet, but we're getting cooler. So this is November, this little chunk right here. And guys, I'm almost there. Like, I'm so close to getting this done, and I've had it forever and eternity, and I just need to get it done. It needs to happen. So I need to start pushing myself to work on it again and at least do like a row a day or like 2 rows a day if I could. Because I have plans to make another blanket, and I don't want to start the other blanket until this one is done because it's just sitting in a corner and it's bothering me. So yeah, this is gonna come back into rotation now. And obviously I can only work on it when I'm at home or if I go to Sip and Stitch. It's the only project I'm gonna bring because it's just so big, and like I'm not gonna bring it to work with me, work on it there. There's no. So yeah, I just need to intentionally think about it and do a row every once in a while. So the yarn I'm using for this is Lion Brand Woolies. I don't know if I should talk about the colors right now or if I should just wait till I have it finished to do all the details on this blanket. Maybe I'll do that just for time's sake. But yeah, so the reason I pulled this out to show it is because I need you guys to hold me accountable to get this done soon, because I will show you now the blanket that I want to start. I got yarn for it. I want to say, well, it would have been before the last monthly podcast, but this is one of my faves. So I've made 2 or 3 rainbow bobble blankets. I don't know if I talked about this in the last monthly podcast. I'm not sure. I'm so sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I am making myself a rainbow bobble blanket for my child. Not for me, actually, but sort of for me. Yeah, so I'm super excited to start this and have it in the nursery with all of the other pretty colors and everything. It's gonna be great. I went with, so we don't know what we're having. It's, yeah, neutral, very gender neutral baby room. Our loose theme is sun, moon, and stars. And I have some artwork that has like mustardy colors in it. And we are really into the greens and sage colors. I feel like they're super neutral nowadays. So that's what we're going with. I decided on 2 greens, as well as this dark rust color, and then the mustard. So these are the 4 colors in the rainbow. I think they're so pretty together. I love them. This is the Lion Brand Hirami yarn. So it's a collab that Lion Brand did with 2 of Wands. And the colors are just like insanely beautiful, and they all work together so beautifully. That's why it's called Hue and Me. The colors are all supposed to go together nicely, so you shouldn't have any problems with like colors clashing, looking weird, you know. Obviously these colors look amazing together, and it took me forever to decide, but I love them. I don't know what order they're gonna go in yet for the rainbow bauble, but yeah, I love them. And then this is the border color, just plain cream. This is the colorway Salt, if you're wondering. And I have more of these already in my stash. I just needed to buy more to have enough to make this blanket. And then this is the color Mustard. And this is Arrowwood. This is Artichoke. So good, guys. I love this color. And this is, I believe, Juniper. Nope. Night Forest. The darkish green. Very nice. So, yeah. I don't know when I'm gonna start this. I really kind of wanted to have it done before my baby comes, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. We'll see. I have so many dreams. I have so many plans. But it's fun to have dreams. I feel like I say that every week. Anyways, yeah, so I've got tons of yarn for that, ready to roll. And I'm sorry, wait 1 second. I'm just looking. Did I buy? I did. There's another color. It's Fatigues. That also goes with it. It's another green. And I had, sorry, yeah, there's 5 colors. This is the other color. Yeah. So these greens all go in the blanket. Anyways, we're gonna stop talking about that, and you'll see it again when it's crocheted up a little bit, hopefully. So yeah, that's exciting. That's an acquisition. I have another acquisition. It's a baby knit, my first baby knit, and I'm gonna use Swish DK weight, and the color is Squirrel Heather. Yes, it's a nice neutral. Obviously we don't know what we're having, like I said, so a neutral little romper is what I'm making. It's, the name of it is, I'm gone, something romper. I'm gonna put the name of it right here. I found this pattern on Etsy. It was not on Ravelry, and it's by like a Spanish person, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know if this pattern's gonna be great or not, but I really like the romper because it's a long sleeve and then it has no legs. So I feel like it'll be good for like the cooler spring days and like a cooler summery day. We'll see. It's wool, so maybe not summer, but definitely like cooler spring days and fall days. This will be great. I don't know what size I'm gonna make yet, so I'm still on the edge about that. If I make like a 1 to 3 month, or do like a 6 to 9 month for like the fall. I'm not sure, but maybe I'll just do the 1 to 3 and just see how it goes, and then we can use it for another baby if I don't get it done in time. Or maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't know. That's besides the point. That's another acquisition. After I finish something, one of the 3 whips that I showed you, I want to cast on this romper and get that rolling. So that's another exciting thing. 2 things I got for my birthday. My birthday is in February. I turned 27. That's old. I feel like that's super old. But I got this from my parents. I've always wanted one of these bags. It looks like a giant crock, but it's super waterproof. And I mean, not waterproof because it has holes, but like you can put it on the floor of like a car with wet mats and not be super scared of getting ruined, which I love. And it's very big. I can fit multiple projects in here. I can fit like 3 or 4 of these little guys in here, plus my book and my water. So it's like very nice to just contain all of my stuff in one bag. And it's pink and I love it. So I got that for my birthday from my parents. And this I bought with my birthday money. It's Emma's yarn. I bought this from the Needle Emporium. It's a yarn shop in Ancaster, Ontario. I bought it online, and Emma's yarn has specific colorways that she makes for each month. And this was the February 2025 colorway. I'm obsessed with it, guys. Look at how pink and amazing it is. I love the speckles. I think it's so fun. I don't know what I'm gonna make with this. Either socks. Look at that purple right there. Yeah. Socks or like a muscle burrow hat. How nice would that be? I don't know. Or if I have a daughter, a sweater in this would be absolutely amazing. Anyways, there's a lot of things I can make with this, and I'm just happy to have it in my possession. Add it to my stash, which I didn't really need to do, but it's fun to get something fun for your birthday that you're excited about. So, yeah, guys, that was a long one. That was a lot of stuff. And yeah, that was fun. I liked it. I love sharing with you guys and also looking back on my own videos and like seeing what I was working on in that month and just, yeah, remembering. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great month. I will see you in the next one, I hope. I will. What am I saying? It'll be the end of March. I'll be big. Still pregnant, probably. But yeah, that's all I have to say. All right. We'll talk to you guys later.